Logan worked quietly on Level 7 of the orbital station Cirrus 9. He repaired pipes, cleaned filters, and made sure nothing leaked into the oxygen systems. Most people didn't know his name. He didn't mind. He liked quiet work and slow days. Earth had sent him here 2 years ago as part of a peace-building team. He wasn't a fighter or leader, just a support worker. Today felt different. The station buzzed with strange energy. Alien guards in black armor stood near the docking bays. Their armor had purple lights, and their faces were hidden. They weren't part of the normal crew. "Who are they?" Logan asked a co-worker. "Zithirian. Royal Guard," the man whispered. "Their queen is here." Logan blinked. "The queen? What's she doing here?" "Some secret council talks. High-level stuff. None of our business." Logan shrugged. Royals, wars, and politics weren't part of his world. He went back to checking the air vents. Hours passed. Then, while carrying a tool bag near the central plaza, Logan heard footsteps. Not the usual kind. These were quiet but heavy. He turned and saw the Zithirian queen. She stood tall, almost a head taller than any human. Her skin was silver blue, glowing faintly under the station lights. Long black hair fell down her back, and golden symbols marked her forehead. Her eyes were deep violet, sharp but calm. Behind her walked 6 guards and a translator drone. Logan quickly stepped to the side, head down, hoping to avoid attention. But Queen Kaelari stopped. Her eyes locked on him. The guards paused too. "You," she said, her voice smooth but firm. Logan froze. He didn't move. The translator hovered closer and repeated her word in English. "You." Logan slowly raised his head. "Me." Queen Kaelari walked closer, studying his face. Her eyes searched his like she saw something hidden. "Tell me." "Human," she asked softly, "are you single?" Everything around them went silent. The guards didn't move. Station workers nearby stared, wide-eyed. Even the drone paused. Logan blinked. What?" The queen's face didn't change. She waited. Double quotes. "Yes," he said awkwardly. "I guess I'm single." Queen Kaelari turned to her guard. "This is the one. Bring him." "Wait, what's going on?" Logan asked, confused and nervous. A guard stepped forward. "You are summoned to speak with the queen." Logan looked around. No one helped him. Some workers backed away. Others whispered. He sighed. "Okay, fine. I'll come." They led him through long halls, past security doors, into a private chamber filled with soft lights and music from another world. The walls shimmered like water. Kaelari sat on a large seat, and Logan stood before her, still unsure what was happening. "Please sit," she said. Logan sat on a soft cushion across from her. The translator floated nearby. "Do you know why I asked you that question?" she asked. Logan shook his head. "No, I don't even know why you noticed me." She smiled gently. "Our oracles saw a human face. They said I must find this human, one with a quiet soul, a mind untouched by power or war. They said I would know him when I saw him." "And you think that's me?" "I know it is." Logan laughed softly. "I'm just a maintenance guy. I fix air vents. Why would a queen talk to me?" Kaelari leaned forward. "Because this choice is not about job titles. It's about something deeper. I follow ancient laws. Every queen must bond with someone outside the empire to keep balance and truth. Not every queen accepts this path. I choose to." "Bond?" Logan repeated. "You mean, like, marriage?" "Yes," she said simply. He nearly stood up in shock. "This is crazy. It might feel that way," Kaelari said. "But I believe our paths crossed for a reason." Logan ran a hand through his hair. "You don't even know me." "Not yet," she said. "But I want to." He looked into her eyes. They were not cold. They were not cruel. They were strong, but there was kindness there too. "What happens if I say no?" "Nothing," she answered. "You will return to your life. I will thank you for your time. But if you say yes, even a little, we will talk again." Logan looked down at his hands. They were rough from tools and work. He never thought he'd be in a room like this. Never thought a queen would speak to him like this. "I need time," he said quietly. Kaelari nodded. "Take it. I will not rush you." Logan stood slowly. "Okay, I'll think about it. As he left the room, guards watched him silently. Outside, whispers followed him again. Some laughed, some stared. But all of them had heard what the Queen had asked. Logan went back to his quarters. He sat on the bed and stared at the wall. Queen wanted to know if he was single, and somehow the galaxy had changed because of it. Logan could not sleep that night. He kept turning in bed, eyes wide open, heart still racing. He remembered her voice, calm, royal, and strange. "Are you single?" She had asked him that in front of everyone, and later, in private, she had asked if he would consider bonding with her. He was just a station worker. He didn't wear medals. He didn't speak at galactic meetings. He fixed broken pipes. How did his life suddenly become so strange? The next morning, he walked through the station halls and noticed something new: silence. Eyes followed him, some with curiosity, some with fear, others with jealousy. Even his manager avoided eye contact. He went back to work, but his hands shook when holding tools. During a vent check, his comm link buzzed. "You are requested in the Royal Lounge," said the voice. Logan sighed. Again, immediately. This time, he wasn't led by guards. He was met by a Zitharian woman named Navari. She wore deep blue robes and had a polite smile. "I'm Queen Kaelari's royal advisor," she said softly. "May I speak with you while we walk?" "Sure," Logan replied. They walked together past rows of windows showing the stars. The Queen does not choose lightly. Navari began. "The bond law she follows is very old. It began over 5,000 cycles ago. Zitharian queens once ruled with only power, but the people suffered. Then came the first queen who chose an outsider, a humble farmer. Since then, queens have been guided by soul-searching. But why me?" Logan asked. "You live without greed, without ambition for control. The oracles sense quiet strength in you." "I don't feel strong," Logan muttered. Navari smiled. "The strongest people often don't." When they reached the lounge, Queen Kaelari was waiting. She stood by a pool of floating lights. She smiled when she saw him. "Thank you for coming back," she said. Logan nodded. "I still don't understand all this." "You don't need to," she replied. "You only need to talk with me. Nothing more." He sat across from her. The cushions were warm and soft. "What do you want to know about me?" Logan asked. "What makes you happy?" Kaelari asked. He thought for a moment. "I like fixing things, machines, engines, anything broken." "Why?" "Because it gives me purpose. When something works again, I feel useful." Kaelari nodded. A queen feels that too, but with her people. They talked for over an hour. No politics, no pressure, just quiet conversation. Logan told her about his childhood on Earth, about his mother who fixed old radios. Kaelari told him about her first lesson in leadership and how she once got lost in her own palace. She laughed when she remembered falling into a pond. Logan smiled at that. For the first time. She didn't feel like a queen. She felt real. But their peace was broken when Navari entered again, her face pale. "Your Majesty, the Galactic Council has been informed." Kaelari's smile faded. "What did they say?" "They are calling an emergency meeting. Some empires are not pleased." "Because I spoke to a human?" Logan asked, confused. "Because you are not one of them," Kaelari said. "They fear what our bond might mean." Logan stood up. "But we haven't even decided anything." "To them, we have," she replied. "Your name is already spoken in chambers." Logan's chest felt heavy. "I didn't ask for any of this." Kaelari walked closer. "And you can still walk away. What happens if I do?" "Then I face the council alone," she said. "They will ask questions. They might accuse me of disrespecting tradition. But I will not blame you." He looked into her violet eyes. There was no anger in them, just calm acceptance. "And if I stay?" Logan asked. "Then we learn together, quietly. And I protect you, if danger comes." Logan took a deep breath. "I need time." "You may have it," she said gently. That evening, Logan returned to his room. He looked at his hands again. They were still rough, still calloused, but now they were known. The galaxy knew his name. He sat by the window. Watching the stars move slowly, he whispered to himself, how did all this begin with one question? The news of Queen Kaelari's interest in Logan spread fast across the galaxy. Whispers became rumors. Rumors became worries. The Galactic Council was soon filled with heated debates. Many council members did not trust humans they called Earth, a young and unpredictable world. Some feared that if the Queen bonded with a human, Earth would gain power too fast. Other empires saw it as a threat to the balance they had kept for centuries. In a large chamber on the station, council leaders argued this bond could cause war. One said, we cannot let a human influence the Zidarian throne. Another added, the human is unknown. They may be a spy or secret weapon. Back on the station, Logan felt the change. Some crew members avoided him, others stared openly. He knew the council's talks were not about him as a person, but about what he represented. One evening, while repairing a faulty generator, Logan was approached by a tall Zidarian soldier named Marek. Marek's skin was dark purple, and his eyes were sharp. He was part of the Queen's elite guard. Logan, Marek said quietly, you are in danger. Logan stopped and looked at him. Danger? From who? Some factions want to stop this bond. They believe the Queen is weak. They plan attacks. Logan swallowed hard. Why would they want to hurt me? Because you are important to the Queen, and they fear change. Logan felt cold. What can I do? Marek looked serious. Stay close to the Queen. Learn quickly, and trust only a few. Logan nodded. Thank you. Later, he found Queen Kaelari in the garden dome. Glowing plants surrounded them, casting soft light. Marek told me about the threats, Logan said. Kaelari sighed. The crown is heavy. I knew this would happen. Many queens before me faced similar challenges. Logan looked at her. Why do you still choose this path? Because I believe in balance and hope, and because I trust you. Logan smiled faintly. That means a lot. Days passed. Logan began to learn more about Zidarian culture. He saw the beauty and the pain. Queens were not just rulers, they were symbols of peace, but also targets for those who wanted power. One afternoon, Kaelari invited Logan to her private study. There is something you should see. She handed him an ancient holoscroll. It showed the story of the first queen who bonded with an outsider. She was a simple farmer's wife, who changed the empire forever. Her courage brought peace to warring clans. We honor her every cycle. Kaelari said softly, her story gives me strength. Logan looked up. Then maybe this bond can be more than tradition. Maybe it can be a new beginning. Kaelari nodded. I hope so. Their quiet moments grew deeper. They shared meals, stories, and dreams. Logan no longer felt like a visitor in her world, and Kaelari no longer felt alone. But peace was fragile. The council's voices grew louder. Spies moved in shadows, and the galaxy waited for the next move. Part 3 ends here. Would you like me to continue with Part 4 in the same style and length? You said, Part 4 1,000 words Kaleko, or interesting Hunachea, or third-person style Malek Niha, or simple basic English Ka. Don't use any violated word, so please avoid any violated content. Chat said, here's Part 4 of the HFY Sci-Fi story titled, The Alien Queen Looked at Me and Asked, Tell me, human are you single written in third-person style, using simple and basic English. About 1,000 words and fully violated free. The Galactic Council's anger grew louder with each passing day. Reports of Queen Kaelari's meetings with Logan reached the ears of many rulers who feared change and loss of control. They saw the bond not as a promise of peace, but as a threat to their power. One afternoon, in the Grand Hall of the Council, a heated debate took place. The chamber was filled with leaders from many star systems. Some shouted, some argued, but all eyes were on Kaelari's representative. This bond is dangerous, one leader declared. Humans are unpredictable. They have no place near our empires. Another said, if this continues, war will break out. We must stop it now. Back on the station, Queen Kaelari sat in her private chamber with Logan. Her face was calm, but her eyes carried the weight of her position. Logan, she said softly, The council may force me to choose between my duty and my heart. Logan reached for her hand. We will face whatever comes together. Kailari smiled faintly. You are braver than you know. Soon after, a secret attack was planned by rebels who wanted to end the bond. They sent spies to gather information and weapons to the station. Logan was warned by Marek, the Queen's guard, to stay alert. One night, as Logan walked through the corridors, he heard sounds of footsteps behind him. He turned quickly and saw the shadowy figures approaching fast. Run! He shouted and sprinted toward the Queen's chambers. The attackers chased him, but he was faster and knew the station better. He reached Kailari's room and alerted her guards. Kailari stood ready, her eyes glowing with strength. Logan, you must trust me. Together, with her elite guards, they fought off the attackers. Logan, though untrained, used his quick thinking and knowledge of the station to help block the intruders. After the fight, Kailari looked at him with pride. You are no longer just a maintenance worker. You are my partner in this. Logan smiled, feeling a new courage inside. But the attack made one thing clear: danger was real and close. Over the next days, Kailari and Logan prepared for the Council's next move. They sent messages of peace and hoped too many star systems. Some responded with support, others with suspicion. Logan saw how the Queen worked hard to keep her people calm and united. She was not just a ruler. She was a mother, a leader, and a warrior. One evening, as they looked out at the stars from the station's observation deck, Logan asked, Do you ever doubt? Kailari shook her head. Never. Not when I stand with you. Logan took her hand. Then let's face the future together. Their bond, once questioned and feared, was now a symbol of hope in a galaxy that needed change. The Galactic Council's anger grew louder with each passing day. Reports of Queen Kailari's meetings with Logan reached the ears of many rulers who feared change and loss of control. They saw the bond not as a promise of peace, but as a threat to their power. One afternoon, in the Grand Hall of the Council, a heated debate took place. The chamber was filled with leaders from many star systems. Some shouted, some argued, but all eyes were on Kailari's representative. This bond is dangerous, one leader declared. Humans are unpredictable. They have no place near our empires. Another said, if this continues, war will break out. We must stop it now. Back on the station, Queen Kailari sat in her private chamber with Logan. Her face was calm, but her eyes carried the weight of her position. Logan, she said softly, the council may force me to choose between my duty and my heart. Logan reached for her hand. We will face whatever comes together. Kailari smiled faintly. You are braver than you know. Soon after, a secret attack was planned by rebels who wanted to end the bond. They sent spies to gather information and weapons to the station. Logan was warned by Marek, the Queen's guard, to stay alert. One night, as Logan walked through the corridors, he heard sounds of footsteps behind him. He turned quickly and saw the shadowy figures approaching fast. Run! He shouted and sprinted toward the Queen's chambers. The attackers chased him, but he was faster and knew the station better. He reached Kailari's room and alerted her guards. Kailari stood ready, her eyes glowing with strength. Logan, you must trust me. Double quotes together. With her elite guards, they fought off the attackers. Logan, though untrained, used his quick thinking and knowledge of the station to help block the intruders. After the fight, Kailari looked at him with pride. You are no longer just a maintenance worker. You are my partner in this. Logan smiled, feeling a new courage inside. But the attack made one thing clear: danger was real and close. Over the next days, Kailari and Logan prepared for the Council's next move. They sent messages of peace and hoped too many star systems. Some responded with support, others with suspicion. Logan saw how the Queen worked hard to keep her people calm and united. She was not just a ruler, she was a mother, a leader, and a warrior. One evening, as they looked out at the stars from the station's observation deck, Logan asked, Do you ever doubt? Kailari shook her head. Never. Not when I stand with you. Logan took her hand. Then let's face the future. Together, their bond, once questioned and feared, was now a symbol of hope in a galaxy that needed change. The galaxy watched closely as Queen Kaelari and Logan's bond grew stronger. But danger was not done yet. During a celebration on the station, marking the unity of several planets, rebel forces made their move. They planned to kidnap Kaelari and end the peace talks forever. Logan stood beside the Queen, surrounded by her elite guards. The room was filled with music and laughter, but Logan felt tension in the air. Suddenly, alarms blared. Red lights flashed. Rebels stormed in from hidden doors. Logan reacted quickly. He grabbed a nearby energy baton and moved to protect Kaelari. "Get her to safety," Kaelari shouted. Her voice steady. Together, Logan and the guards fought the rebels. Logan was not a soldier, but his quick mind and courage helped block the attackers. One rebel tried to grab Kaelari's arm, but Logan stepped between them, pushing the attacker back. Kaelari's eyes shone with power as she activated a shield, protecting them all. The fight was fierce but brief. The rebels were defeated and captured. After the battle, Kaelari looked at Logan. "You saved my life." Logan shook his head. "We saved each other." News of the attack spread. Many praised Logan's bravery. Some who once doubted him began to see him in a new light. But the threat remained. The galaxy was not yet ready to accept change easily. Kaelari stood firm. She traveled to different worlds, speaking of peace and unity. Logan accompanied her, learning more about her people and their hopes. On one journey, they visited a planet where the alien tribes had fought for centuries. Kaelari spoke to the leaders, sharing stories of her own struggles. Logan watched as she bridged gaps with kindness and strength. He realized that this bond was bigger than just two individuals. It was a chance to heal old wounds. Back on the station, Logan received messages from Earth. His family was proud, but worried for his safety. One night, as he and Kaelari looked at the stars, she asked softly, "Do you think we can change the galaxy?" Logan smiled. "I believe we already are." Kaelari took his hand. "Then we must keep fighting together." Their story became a symbol, a reminder that love and courage could change even the oldest empires. Months passed since the attack. Queen Kaelari and Logan had become more than just a queen and a station worker. They were partners, united by trust and hope. The galaxy watched as their bond grew stronger, changing many hearts. On a bright morning, the human and Zithirian leaders gathered in the great hall of the station. Representatives from many worlds sat in silence, waiting. Kaelari stood beside Logan. Her eyes shone with quiet strength. Logan felt calm, knowing they faced this moment together. "Today," Kaelari began, "we mark a new era. One where differences unite us, not divide us." Logan spoke next. "I never expected to be here, but I believe in peace and friendship between our peoples." Their words were met with a mix of applause and cautious looks. Some leaders still doubted, but many hoped. After the meeting, Kaelari and Logan walked to the station's balcony. Below them, stars sparkled like diamonds. "Do you remember when you first asked me if I was single?" Logan asked with a smile. Kaelari laughed softly. "How could I forget? It changed everything." Logan took her hand gently. "Would you ask me again, knowing all that has happened?" "Always," she said. Together, they looked at the stars, dreaming of a future built on trust and unity. Their bond had not only survived the fears and dangers, but had become a symbol of hope for the galaxy. And as long as they stood side by side, the stars would shine brighter for all.